The title of this podcast is Are Joy and Acceptance Conditional in Your Life? I've been really amazed by the things that people will endure, the challenges that they will endure that are just awe inspiring for the feelings of joy, the challenges that they will accept, and they're unconditional about what they are. So, for example, when you see a marathon runner, they will sacrifice sleep, time with loved ones, foregoing, other recreational activities like hanging out with friends or partying in the pursuit of running and finishing that marathon. Same thing with mountaineering. And it has a challenge of being life threatening. And they will brave the cold weather, the terrain, the high altitude for the opportunity to have that joy of finishing, that exhilaration on the journey. They will accept all of it. But what's interesting to me is that while they will go through those challenges for, they may not for others. And so it becomes conditional. So the same person that will make all kinds of sacrifices, and when I say the same person, I'm talking about myself too, in the past would make all these kinds of sacrifices, getting up early in the morning and working out at 3 or 4 in the morning, to have optimal health and fitness. I will go through all those things, but be completely bothered if someone sits in the middle seat when I'm traveling to go on a snowboarding trip. Be completely bothered with that. I'll be conditional about that and allow it to rob me of joy and have a complete meltdown when asked to accept, the inconvenience, even if it's that of someone sitting next to me, and I'll have it ruin my whole flight. I've seen people have family gatherings and they'll let someone in the family totally take away from their opportunity to have joy. People go through parenting of kids because through all the challenges, ups and downs of not knowing what the kid is going to do, what path they are going to settle on, whether there are other behavioral issues that might show up, they will accept it all unconditionally because it brings them joy. They'll accept all those challenges. But let a coworker at work say the wrong thing, or somebody takes credit for their project, or they're not acknowledged, or someone has something bad to say, and all of a sudden, they become very conditional about what they will accept. And what I mean in terms of acceptance, I don't mean allowing someone to abuse you, but what I do mean is internally being at peace, and being at peace so deeply that it doesn't rob you of the opportunity to see all the other joy that's available to you that you can derive internally if you are open and you are unconditional about joy. So for me, there was a time in which I would wake up on Monday morning wishing it was Friday. And then it struck me through the practice that I asked a different question. Instead of wishing Monday was Friday, I started to say, how do I make my Mondays feel like Friday? And now I can make a distinction between Monday or Friday. They're the same day for me because I'm unconditional in how I want to experience every single day. And that is an inside job. So the question comes back to you. How are you experiencing your relationship, your friendships? How are you experiencing time with your kids, your loved ones, your work colleagues, the work environment? Is it conditional? Again, it doesn't mean that you don't address things that deserve attention. It means that you do it peacefully. And if you do it peacefully, you will not be robbed of opportunities to have joy in those spaces. You can have all that too. So my life has not been absent of challenges along the way. But just as I have made it a point to be intentional about this well-being practice, I've also made a commitment that I am going to experience joy all the time. I'm going to accept the things that I can't change, which are most things, and I'm going to live with an open heart. So I ask you, are joy and acceptance unconditional in your life? And that's a choice.